Hey everyone, Mrs. Goodreads here. Have you ever stopped to consider just how many different personalities and characteristics God has given His creation? There are people who are optimistic and pessimistic, people who jump right in to get something done, others that kind of step back and carefully consider their options. There are people who are easily excitable, and there are people who just are very reserved. There's just so many emotions and personalities, even more than I've even listed here. How does God keep up with all of those? And better yet, how does He expect us to keep up with those and manage those? It's only by His grace that we're able to do that, and through a couple of really good books and resources. When I was teaching, it was very funny how like the first couple of days everyone got along really well and we were just kind of happy and everything was golden, and then true color started coming out after the first week or so, and that's when we started to get some headbutting and things like that, because the kids that I was teaching started realizing, my personality clashes with that personality and I don't know how to handle that. You might experience this in your home as well, or at the church nursery, or wherever you're with kids, or wherever you're with adults for that matter. I found it really helpful to read books to my kids where the characters had a lot of different character qualities and personalities, and yet still learned to get along well with one another. My favorite book to help teach different personalities and how to get along with one another is The Treasure Tree. This one is written by John and Cindy Trent and Gary and Norma Smalley, and it's illustrated by Judy Lev. I was introduced to this book by my mentor teacher, Mrs. Bradham, when I first started teaching, and this book is gold, y'all. And she was the most amazing teacher, or is the most amazing teacher ever, and I learned so much from her that year about how kids function and how to teach them, and I continue to learn so much from her. In this book, you are introduced right away to 4 best friends, and they all have very unique personalities. So we've got Lance the Lion, and he is always in charge, and he's got a very strong, in-charge personality. Then we have Honey, the Golden Retriever, and she is so caring, and she just loves everybody and wants to make sure everyone is getting along. Then we have Chewy the Beaver. He's the perfectionist of the group. And finally, Giggles. She is just silly and wants everyone to be having fun and goofing off all the time. Well, at their birthday party, Wise Old Owl comes by and he gives the friends a special gift. It's a treasure map, and there are a set of riddles that they have to solve to find the treasure, and it's going to take each of their unique personalities and getting along together with those unique personalities to find the treasure. Spoiler alert, they do find the treasure. And here's a little pro teaching tip for you if you do read this book. The treasure is a tree with heart-shaped chocolates on it. So go to the grocery store, buy those little Dove heart chocolates with the red foil on them. I think you can usually find them around Valentine's Day. So buy some and stock up on them. And then you can give them to your class at the end of this story so they can enjoy the treasure as well. And at the end of the book, we sit down and we talk about all the different personalities and how the characters got along. And this book has a personality quiz at the end that I loved to give to my students. And so on my blog, I've linked the handout that we would use with the personality quiz, and so you can find it there. But I would read the questions. First, I would have a talk with the kids about choosing answers that are true for them and not how they want to be. Because when I didn't do that, a lot of kids said that they wanted to be silly and playful like the otter, when that wasn't necessarily true for all of them. So I had a classroom full of otters when that wasn't necessarily the case. So we go through and I read the different questions in the book, and I have them tally if that is true for them. And then at the end, I'll let them color the character that is most like them. And then afterwards, I like to play like a little version of Four Corners where I have them split up into the room based on their personality. And that way we can see as a class who our strong leaders are, who our caring hearts are, our problem solvers, and who's silly and playful. And we'll have a discussion about those qualities and gives them the opportunity to see what each other's personalities are. And then throughout the year, we can talk about how to get along with these personalities. And you might find that some of the kids have 2 or 3 of the same personality, like they might be a strong leader and a problem solver. That's totally fine. It's okay to have a couple where you score really high. So anyways, this was really helpful for my kids in understanding their personalities. So I know there are way more books out there that deal with this idea of different personalities and learning to get along with one another. So do me a favor, comment below and tell me which ones you like to use in your classroom or in your home to help your kids with this concept.